Welcome to the first edition of the Tripodcast. For those of you new to the channel, this is Tripod Gaming. We like playing games, FPS games, we enjoy the most, but we cover all sorts, or we usually do. Just sometimes on here, sometimes on our website that you can visit if you want no updated content.
Exactly.
So we've
YouTube.
We've decided to do the podcast because we realised all we do is talk about games in our free time. So why not record it and share it with you 85 loyal subscribers?
Soon to be many more.
Yeah, we're aiming for more.
We have.
You know what,
More
Tom?
than we have. Yeah.
Thank you for that delightful intro.
It's okay.
For the first ever
Okay.
podcast. It's a momentous
Yeah.
day.
And if you didn't,
He's going to carry on.
My colleague here just said, Tom.
Colleague.
I am Tom.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's probably a good caveat
Yeah.
into what the channel's about. We are three
I thought he was talking about the I am Tom then.
similarly aged brothers.
Yes.
We have a 23-year-old. That is Tom. We have a 25-year-old. That's me. I know my age. And we have a 28-year-old Luke.
Are you 25 now?
Me.
Yes, mate.
I thought you were 26.
Are you 23?
Are you
It's
20?
your birthday
Are you
yesterday.
26?
I'm 25.
I think he's lying.
I think he's lying. What are you?
28.
I'm
Duh.
28. Yeah, because you're a liar.
I don't
We've
think
gone off on a tangent.
we have, right, so yeah, we'll circle back. So now that you know that Tripod Gaming is about three brothers,
We range from 23 to back pain.
yeah.
That's what.
Tom's fresh, young. Luke's now counting the birthdays as another year closer to his box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
I think
is
he actually
unfortunate.
doesn't like his birthday because he knows he's closer to death.
Yeah, unfortunately, gaming is still ripe in Luke's life, but unfortunately his hairline's checked out.
Yeah.
That's mean.
That's
There
shocking.
are multiple reasons for that. Pets. Most recently, a sausage dog. Most importantly, marriage.
So this is this is a good one. So we've talked to you about who
Who we are.
New language. No, we've talked to you about what our names and ages are. So that's not much information about us.
Or gaming.
What I will, yeah, the gaming side comes, but this is an intro, Tom. This is the
Tom.
people need to know us as people and the banterous banter they can come to banter with. So I'm going to put Tom on the spot now
Oh, no.
and say, Tom, would you like to properly introduce yourself to the Tripodders?
As Adam has very kindly covered, I am Tom. Tom Devo, 13.
Gamer tags.
Is the gamer tag, and it has been since 2013.
Hence the 13.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay. I am the middle ability of games. Luke's the sweat. Adam's
Please no.
Adam's
Crash.
Adam's at Adam ability. We'll say that. Although it varies, different games, different
Depends what,
abilities.
Yeah.
You know, racing games, I ain't got a chance. Like, I'm shit.
Yeah.
Can we swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke's pretty keen with FPS shooters. Adam, I'd probably say you're probably the best on racing games for pure pace, as you've
Thanks,
said
mate.
multiple times.
It's not strategy. Luke's still got me there.
I like games where I can sweat a ridiculous amount and get really angry, and I don't really know why I enjoy them. But
Yeah. Unfortunately, Tom has vitamin E deficiencies. Is it that you don't get enough sunlight? Is it vitamin E?
Yeah, I'd say
Vitamin
that
D?
yeah,
I'm a bit sweatier,
Yeah. Yeah.
but Tom's a bit nerdier.
what
Okay.
you
Dare
say?
I say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Adam is what we'd probably refer to as just
A casual.
natural talent. Oh,
Basically,
casual gamer. Yeah,
to sum it up, me and Adam have wives,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a puppy, cats, and a baby on the way.
Yes.
I realised
Tom has none of this, so he gets to game
I realised
way more.
I realised long ago to bin off women. It's good to do gaming. I balance it with my career. I'm not going to go into details what that career is because you don't deserve to know.
God's sake. Tom's already trying to make enemies of our subscribers.
I'm not.
We're going to start this podcast, and now, unfortunately, we're going to drop from 85 subscribers.
Yeah,
But then we can build it back
Because
up.
of you, Tom.
How is it because of me?
So we'll be less of a tripod, and we will be, what is it? Bipod gaming,
Bipod
Luke?
gaming with Luke and Adam.
Yep.
Sorry,
I don't
Tom.
like that plan.
So
And balancing around your marriages, how often stuff going to get done?
more often than you do.
Right, anyway, you put me on the spot, Adam. So
A lot of stuff will get done, depends who for. It's like for the women, basically.
You put me on the spot, Adam, so I'm going to return that favour. And Luke, introduce yourself.
What did you...
Hi, I'm Luke again.
Yeah, again.
Nice.
And
I've kind of introduced us all, haven't I?
Yeah, Tom, you sort of covered it. I mean, we can... I'll mention my role in Tripod. So we all share the same role as three-way content creators. But I predominantly do the designy shit. So the logo, if you like it, thanks to me. If you don't, it was a team effort. And I tend to do the thumbnails quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're familiar with the channel, you've seen those thumbnails, then that is 100% Adam's effort.
yeah, you got very excited over the Photoshop AI.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, recently, if anyone's seen the new Photoshop generative AI tool, it's a game changer for thumbnails. You can
see-
easily cut out UI in games. User interface for all you.
I thought you said cut out your wife. Then. Like,
No,
you had
unfortunately,
pictures.
it's not that intuitive.
like you had pictures and you just like highlight Tegan, who is his wife,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
and you know you type
Soon to
remove
be.
and she disappears.
I almost said soon to be mother. She's not going to be his mother.
Yeah, not my mother. Yeah, in fact, Luke, it is intuitive like that because you could remove your wife from pictures if you so desired.
This is just like a wing it intro
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a bit of a pilot episode. We've seen that it resonates quite well with YouTube audiences, and then we'll get into some deeper content.
We got to 85 subscribers and already gave up and decided we just wanted to talk a lot of rubbish instead,
Yeah, pretty
which is more fun. Like,
Yeah,
Pretty much. Well, we've seen, a bit of feedback from the people who do return to our videos. We kind of, people have said they just like our banter and our shit talking.
yeah.
So,
For those who can understand us, because of course we are from Yorkshire in the UK, so we understand that many people might just hear us. That's all you really.
we're not Cockney.
Please let us know if you know of any other Yorkshire gamer podcasts, or are we a niche?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And if you follow any other Yorkshire gaming podcasts, unfollow them and subscribe to us.
Savage.
No, so we didn't want to leave the first podcast as just talking about ourselves. So I mentioned we might get into some content in later podcasts, which we are planning on doing weekly episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weekly
sounds
episodes.
good.
It might not always be all three of us.
Unless we blow up and then
Yeah, unless we blow
we get
up,
to do
then
it all the time.
We'll do
Yeah.
it daily. Yeah, absolutely. Daily
Yeah.
podcasts, shorts. Might start an OnlyFans. Who knows?
What games do you like?
Yeah. What games do you like?
Well, what we're talking about, like specific games or a genre?
Genres.
Because I would say I like
All kinds.
all kinds of
Yeah,
games.
all kinds of
Like,
games.
there's some I like. I also like revisiting games that I've played before. Conquered.
Yeah.
Conquered is that's a good word.
That is a good word.
Yeah.
Look, what's your favourite game that you've ever played?
Oh,
Or the one that springs to mind when you are asked that
Man.
question?
probably The Last of Us
Mm,
Part 2.
I would agree. Last of Us Part 2 is
but
banging
That also might be recency bias because
it. Yeah.
maybe if I went back to when,
Yeah.
10 years ago or something,
Yeah.
my favourite was back there somewhere, but there were so many good ones.
Well, I have got a bit of a confession. I did not play either of the Last of Us games until the not remaster, the remake came out.
Yep.
Of Part 1.
Adam, which Last of Us do you like better?
Right, so
Adam likes the series.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching the cutscenes on YouTube.
And the TV
when
show.
they turn it into a little movie. Unfortunately, I do not have a PlayStation of any description.
Adam partakes in console wars.
No, I don't.
Adam does love a console war.
I don't love a console war.
He's primarily a Switch supporter.
What? No.
He illegally streams on his Xbox to play.
No, I am actually at the stage now of gaming where I own an Xbox Series X. I do like it. I love it, in fact. But I have got a current newfound jealousy. Well, not newfound, actually. Always had a little bit of jealousy towards people who can play the PlayStation games, because I don't think it's any secret, but they have banging single-player games
Yeah.
that I have not played any of. God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted,
I think what it is...
Spider-Man. Maybe I'm not a gamer, really.
Yeah.
I can't be on this podcast.
I think what it is with the PlayStation ones, because it's like all these different studios are making these single-player experiences, it's almost like... I don't know how to describe it. It's like they're putting more love into it.
Yeah.
Which
Also-
Xbox don't seem to be.
No.
Yeah. We'll get
Fail.
onto that in later podcasts.
Also, you have like other commitments. Like
Yeah.
you don't do this full time.
No,
You have a job, a
Yeah.
wife, and a baby on the way.
a baby that may be due tomorrow,
Any
Yeah.
minute.
which is
Any minute
outrageous.
now.
My wife is 38 weeks pregnant.
She could be pushing out the little squirt now.
I hope she's not pushing out the little squirt now.
Yeah, podcast would have to be cut off then.
Yeah. So would the umbilical cord.
We're not like right away. Let the baby come out first.
Yeah, you need access to it. God's sake. So we're saying you think The Last of Us Part 2 might be up there for... recency bias aside.
Recency, like, it's kind of a hot take to say it's better than the first one, but
Ooh, absolutely.
it's the most recent one
It's
I've
a-
played.
Yeah.
So if I went back, I might like the first
It's
one
a
better
it's
again.
a it's a divisive opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, that one maybe.
We'll save this for hot takes in future.
Yeah,
Hot takes,
we'll save
yeah.
that for a hot takes podcast.
We just made
Hot
everyone
takes,
dislike
you
us
know,
straight
if-
away.
If you like this, you love hot takes.
Yeah, and if you're still here because you haven't clicked off because you disagree with the point that Luke just made, you're a real one.
You're a real one. Thank you for sticking around and
Also,
Yeah.
it's
willing
fine.
to listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely fine if
Yeah.
you disagree.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't like us and you turn this off right now,
yeah,
I mean that's not good. But
no.
Yeah,
Ideally,
do
don't hit the subscribe button and keep coming back.
Like the
but you
video.
can switch this podcast off now if you want.
yeah.
So, thank you, Luke. That was it's a good game. It is a good game that I've never played. So, Tom, what are you thinking? Are you thinking
Oof.
along the same lines of Luke, or have you got a slightly different view on
I
favourite
don't-
game?
Don't know if I have one single favourite game.
Would it be easier to ask? Have you got a favourite game at the moment?
At the moment, I think again I'm leaning towards like more of the PlayStation
Yeah,
exclusives. Like
because they're the only ones that have brought a game out in the past 2 years.
No,
I think-
Redfall's it.
Redfall's Ace, yeah, it is.
it's good.
I've heard that they've boosted it to 15 FPS.
I think it's at 720p as well now.
That high?
That high.
Jesus.
I know what your best game is.
I'll go on then.
The Lord of the Rings. Gollum.
I can say it
likes
is
high
the best
fidelity
game.
games.
It is one of the games of 2023. But in terms of my favourite
We'll give it a
game,
wooden spoon of
Well,
games this year.
new category.
Oh, terrible.
Go on.
I've been playing a lot of God of War Ragnarok again because they released a new game plus not long back.
Okay.
So I've been revisiting that. I don't know. I feel like recently no games have really hooked me.
Try not to take my game that I'm going to say, because you definitely know what's
I
coming
know
from me.
exactly what's coming from you.
Don't reveal it.
I'm not going to reveal it. Well, it's actually, it's quite ironic. I mean, I don't know if this is revealing it in a sort, but we'll get onto it when you talk about it. I actually really enjoyed Horizon Forbidden West because they put a DLC out back in March, I think.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the opinion was it wasn't amazing because like the
Yeah.
final boss in it wasn't great, which I never got that feeling. I just loved it. I mean, I won't go into spoilers for the people who haven't who haven't seen it, or played it, should I say? But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I just think that whole franchise they've made has been so overshadowed, and it's literally one of the best franchises I've played.
So am I right in thinking the first game was, what was it incredibly overshadowed by?
I think it came out like the week before Zelda Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, that's
which just blew it away straight away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the second one came out right at the same time as Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So, Adam,
Yeah.
Luke's talked about sort of one of his favourite games. I've sort of talked about what I've been enjoying recently. What would you say is your favourite game you've ever played?
So, up until
And did we mention it 20 seconds ago?
up until a few years ago,
It's definitely Gollum.
I was 100% Halo nerd. Nothing could beat it in my book. You know, Halo 3 was the best game I've ever played, and
Halo
would
Infinite. Yeah.
continue to be the best game I've ever played. Or Halo Reach. I mean,
Halo
that's-
Reach, yeah.
Halo Reach is a banger.
That is the best Halo.
Plus, it ain't got
Halo
the
Reach,
weakest character
yeah, it's-
character in Halo, innit?
Such a unit, Tom. And I never thought that'd really change. I think I'd just keep liking the Halos, because I've got bias towards Master Chief. I think he's just a sexy god.
I think bring back Locke.
Oh no, don't bring back
I'm
Locke.
kidding,
No,
I'm kidding.
Brock.
Brock.
Yeah, Locke can get fucked.
I'm pretty sure he's... Is it like a thing that he's dead in
Yeah, I
Infinite?
think so. I saw
Swear one
something
up like
that
Bruce
he's
wears...
got an off-camera,
I
off-screen
swear
death.
one up Bruce like wears his helmet on the shoulder
Yeah,
and it's like,
it does.
wait.
Yeah, so Locke was washed all along.
Was that in the Season 2 content?
No,
Pack
no,
that's
we're in
coming-
campaign.
Coming in May 2028.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get in campaign to the bit where you've got to take out those 3 AA guns?
Yes.
So when you get ambushed by like the 2 brutes, I think one's riding around on a chopper.
I'm pretty sure that I did those guns and then didn't play any more of the campaign.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's where I got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a boss where it's not even brought up in a cutscene or dialogue or anything, or maybe there's like a grunt who talks about it. But if you go up to the body of one of them, there's literally one of the brutes has just got Locke's helmet on his shoulder.
Yeah,
So it's
pretty
like,
brutal.
is he dead?
Just before I continue, what did we think of the Halo campaign? Did we think the Infinite campaign? Did we think it was disappointing in comparison to what a Halo campaign should be with the open world aspect?
I'll give my short opinion because I played like 2 hours of it and then didn't do any more.
Still got
I like what they tried,
yeah.
but it just didn't feel right that it was open world.
No,
Like sort of open world.
I completely agree. I don't think. I think Halo is a game that is designed, from my eyes, designed to be a linear story.
Yeah.
You go from A to B, not. Oh, you can go from A to B, but there is this camp on the
Apart
way
from
that
when you
can
skip
go.
the flood mission in Halo 3.
Yeah, the flood mission. Everyone knows that the flood can just go die.
Yeah.
Okay.
The library. That's
Yeah,
the mission in the
I,
first game.
Library. Yeah, I would probably agree as well. Like, I like what they tried with the open world thing, but I didn't like, because there were like the spawn pads where you could just spawn in vehicles all the time.
Yeah.
And there were those moments in the earlier Halo games when you saw the warthog sitting there, it were like, oh, right, okay, it's a bit of driving. Or you got to the beach at one point and
Yeah.
there were the hornets, they were like, oh, a bit of flying, I like it. Not just, oh, I've killed a few enemies around this pad, let's spawn in whatever.
I like
ship
that.
want.
That's a good point, because I was just thinking, in say like Halo 3, when you got to a certain point of a mission and you go through some double doors and there's a scorpion stood right in front of you, you're like, shit's getting real. Yes, I get to have a go in a stock scorpion. It's
That
not
mission
unlocked.
in Halo 3, I forgot what it's called, where you start in the...
Is it where you go around the ridge of the mountain?
In the... What do you even start in? You start in like warthogs.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you end up in them ships, like, I've forgotten what they're called.
I think it's the Hornets, isn't it? Is it with
Hornet.
the Scarabs?
Yeah, you take out the scarabs and then you go kill the Prophet,
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
say.
I will become a god.
That is the best mission.
I agree. Yeah, that is.
I replayed that so many times.
I mean, when I play a game, I get proper hooked into the story.
Yeah.
Like, there's not many games, bar like Doom,
Yeah.
which the story means nothing. But I quite just enjoy learning about the characters, and the story was sort of set up like you're the last survivor of this big ship after this huge attack. But then when you were down on the Halo ring, there were soldiers everywhere. You could spawn in weapons constantly. You could spawn in massive vehicles, and it almost took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I really enjoyed the campaign at the time because it had been so long without a Halo campaign. And I know Halo 5's not, people haven't got the highest opinion of that game.
No.
But at the same time, the fact that they completely basically ignored a lot of what Halo 4 and 5 had set up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Just to try something new.
The setup, oh my god, Cortana's now the villain. Cool, how's that going to go? And then you never meet her. She's,
Yeah.
Luke, you probably won't play it. She just dies off screen.
Yeah, I saw that they added a co-op mode to that game, so that's probably the only way I'd go back.
Yeah.
Because it's always
Yeah.
fun with someone else there, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, I'll always go back to a Halo game. I love the mechanics of Halo. Even Infinite, I'm just not as keen on the open world. So
Yeah.
if that's
the game.
if that's an invite for a date, Luke, I'll Halo. I'll Halo Infinite the night away with you.
Nice. The gameplay were great. Like, I had
Yeah,
nothing
it's
against the
fine.
gameplay. It were ace. I think it was like Luke said.
And
just
online
like-
we're banging, just not enough content,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I felt like it was it was like a modern Halo 3, the
Yeah.
gameplay online.
Yeah.
But then,
Oh,
yeah, like
definitely.
you said, there was no content after the first
No.
season, kind of.
And it came out in the October? Did it?
October.
Yeah, because it shot on
Twen-
Battlefield
2021, so it's now 2 years old.
2021. And the first
We didn't play.
added content. Oh no, the end of the first season was May 22, so that's a lot of times.
6 months, 7 months.
Yeah, this generation's attention span does not last that long with the game.
Well, we finished the battle pass halfway through season 1, and we haven't touched the game since.
Exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna just. No, have you got something?
I know, I was just going to say, your favourite game.
Yeah,
My
I
favourite game. Yeah, we'll steer back to my favourite game. Halo has got a special place. Shall we talk more about Halo?
No.
So, at the beginning of last year, my Halo fix was taken out quite spectacularly by a little game known as ELDEN Ring.
just a tiny game.
Just a little game.
Just a little release.
Not exactly. It was the Forbidden West's downfall, unfortunately, for that game. That studio saw ELDEN Ring be released, and I think they just imploded, didn't they? Don't think
There must be people.
There
There must be people.
themselves.
There must be people at Gorilla screaming.
Yeah. I think ELDEN Ring is just by far the best game I have ever played. We've never been Souls players, have we? We've never really touched a Souls game before.
No,
I
I played.
think that's probably, well, for me especially. Were they exclusive to PlayStation or for a while?
I was just going to say, it's, Bloodborne,
Yes.
which is, I think a lot of people think is the best
Yeah.
Souls game. I think that's a PlayStation.
right, I
Right.
think
Exclusive.
Demon Souls as well.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That were remade.
So
wasn't it?
when that was releasing, we'd not really heard anything about it, and I swear it was a case of a week or so before release, we was like, have you seen this Souls game that's coming out? Because it looks awesome and you can get it on Xbox. We all sort of committed to it, didn't we? And then it blew my mind.
Yeah, I remember seeing the IGN review. I was like, oh, let's see if it's any good, and then it was just like 10 masterpiece. And I was
10
like,
I
oh,
think
masterpiece.
one of those games that when I first dropped in, it was like, oh, this is cool, and then you open those first doors and it was like, this is amazing, and then I got shat on for about 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
like, is this game good? Where do I even go?
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, someone just clicked with it.
It was that first night of trying to, getting stronger and stronger and beating the low level mobs and thinking you were an absolute king, and then you get to that first giant and he jumps on your face and makes you realise what the fuck you're in for. You know?
And that's like,
And
that's like,
the start of it. That's
so he's like one of the
nothing.
kindest enemies.
Yeah. By the time we stopped playing, it's like a one shot. We're easy on that big fuck.
Yep.
You know,
When you're on Journey 5.
Journey 5
you
with
can-
that
Yeah.
shield thing you found where you can launch the
Yeah.
I think to be honest,
cheese like 50 metres away.
Cheese in the bosses.
Sniping.
Yeah.
I think to be honest with the topic of Elden Ring, I think that's probably something we could talk about for quite a long time, sort of reminiscing and what we think of that game. And what
I
we
think the
do with
final
it.
boss in that game is the best boss.
Nah, the Elden Beast can go and get his saggy liquid form dragon ass in the mud, and I just want to fight Radagon, but twice as hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
Bitch.
yeah, it's just a bitch, isn't it?
I also, some people say about this Elden Beast, it looks incredible. I thought it looked like shit.
It did.
I thought it was a terrible boss design. For the game you'd just
It
played,
was a slug with multiple arms with stars
Yeah.
inside it.
and why does it have a sword? Why does it have a sword? It's literally like a weird dragon blob.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just give it the biggest sword ever.
Could we probably say that that's the Elden Jizz? It's just a big. It's the Jizz. I don't know where I was going with that. No, I'm not going to describe that. No, but I think we all get what I'm saying.
Terrible boss.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that could be a good one for another podcast if people were interested.
Like
Yeah.
a throwback podcast.
Oh,
like a,
yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
Did you just start a new series?
Ooh.
The Throwback Podcast.
And how
Throwback.
it totally robbed the game of the year from Stray.
Was that a contender straight?
It actually was.
It was one of the.
Obviously, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yes, it was in. I'm pretty sure it was in the nominations, and
In
everyone was
fact-
like, "It's just a cat game. Why is Stray in this?" Like,
At the time, we had our own little sort of game of the year battle between the three of us. What we sort of wanted to happen. I actually did vote for Elden Ring, but very recently Ragnarok had come out.
Yeah, I think I definitely got a hit of, like you mentioned earlier with Last of Us, a bit of that recency bias
Yeah.
because I'd smashed through Ragnarok and absolutely loved it. Looking back at those two games, I definitely think Elden Ring was.
Yeah.
It made me feel things.
It made us all feel things.
yeah, I'd go with Elden Ring as well because.
You've not played Ragnarok yet.
Yep, I have a PS5 and I've not played God of War Ragnarok. I'm kind of waiting. It's gone so
For
far
what?
now because the PS Plus are pretty good at like
Yeah.
PlayStation on the PS Plus thing. Like right now, Horizon Forbidden West is on it,
Mm.
so I've got that installed, ready to go. I've not played that either, so I'm kind of like holding out to see if they put that on there and then I'll play it.
So we talked about game of the year last year. What do you think might be a contender for it this year?
I could easily answer that. I think Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
It's gonna be that.
It's going to be.
Do you reckon?
Because Breath of the Wild was so incredible and shat all over everything else. And I've not played it or anything, but apparently Tears of the Kingdom is just levels above Breath of the Wild.
So, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man 2 coming out?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah. It is coming out.
It is, in fact, coming out.
Because the way they are setting up that game and like teasing the story throughout it, I think it'll it'll hook more people. And I think it also benefits from being Marvel, which is ridiculously big at the moment.
I think.
So even people who aren't, I wouldn't say we're passionate gamers, but people who play games very often might literally, if they just have a PS5, they might literally think, "Oh, that Spider-Man game's out. I'll give that a go." So yeah.
Yeah, I think if it absolutely bangs,
Mm.
it'll be that and Tears of the Kingdom. It'll be the two.
Yeah.
But then I think Zelda will win anyway, just because of
I
how
do
much
think
it's
it
sold
depends.
and.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously I haven't played either.
I think it does depend also, there's a few other ones coming out this year that I think there could be, ones that catch people off guard. Because I mean, when's that Blight releasing?
Oh
Is
yeah, I
that
know you
later
mean.
on this year.
What's Blight?
Blight, it's like a medieval zombie type game.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out a bit of a curveball, really. There might be something that creeps up and
You never know.
releases and is
There's
uber fantastic.
there's speaking of games as well coming out, like Lords of the Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Souls type. I don't know if it's a remake or a sequel, but that looks pretty good. That Warhammer Space Marine 2. Graphics on that look pretty.
This could be
Sexual.
one. This could be a good topic for maybe next week's podcast.
Yeah, with the
we
whole,
we could go through some upcoming
Releases.
What's the word?
Most anticipated.
There you go.
It's like all the games that have just been showcased.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can go through, discuss the ones that interest us, and then the ones we think are going to slap.
Yeah.
But I think that's a pretty successful start, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got here, we already love you. That whole episode was just random
Waffle.
Yeah, basically.
talking.
What did you say at the start about
Random.
waffle?
Don't.
Yeah, a random waffle. That's just a bit of an introduction into us and how we sort of think about games. Yeah.
This was unscripted.
It was.
We were just talking rubbish.
It was.
Like Luke said though, if you've made it this far, thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like.
Share it with your friends if you like us.
Share it with your family. Maybe it's something you can enjoy around the dinner table.
Well, and
What?
and if you don't like us, tell us why.
Tell us
Yeah,
why.
tell us
come-
why.
How can we be better?
How can we be better?
Making Tripod great again.
If you're going to comment and say you could be better by thinking The Last of Us 1's better than the second one, then
Why? Tell us
Leave.
why.
Then I agree with you. The first one's better.
That will make you
But
stay.
I think that's a perfect time for us to wrap it up.
I agree.
So, thank you very much, Luke.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Thanks for having me.
Thomas. It's no problem. We'll have you again next
Thanks
week.
for having
On
me
my own
as a brother.
podcast.
I may be having a baby, so might not be here next week, but we'll
Oh,
see.
yeah.
It might be bipod gaming.
Yeah, it might be
Bipod
bipod
gaming.
gaming
Might
for
be
a
hot
few
takes.
weeks. Could be hot takes, but I don't really want to miss out the hot takes.
Oh, might
'Cause I
be.
have
Might
some
be.
hot-
What do we
hot
call it?
takes.
Throwback Tuesday.
That's easy though, because we could always just pick a game that, like, if we want to
Absolutely.
talk about.
PlayStation games.
Any PlayStation
Yes.
exclusive.
Yes. Talk about the PlayStation console if you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice
But
one.
for now, this has been Tripod, your friendly neighbourhood Tripod Gaming.
I think that's copyright.
Nah. No.
This has been the tripod.
This has been the Tripod
See,
cast.
because
yeah.
it's tripod and pod, you can mix the words.
Yeah, I know. I came up with it.
Oh. You know
Thank, thanks, Luke. That's
Thank you.
very insightful. And on that bombshell, that's another copyright. That's Jeremy Clarkson.
You can't
Anyway,
Is that copyright?
no.
It's just words, right?
Yeah. See you on the next one, guys.
Yeah. See you.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.